Cheryl, she just waltzed into Warren's funeral with no care in the world.
I know, it was mad, wasn't it? I think I may have upset a few people who were big, massive Warren fans because I kind of ruined the funeral. It was a bit rude, really, wasn't it? But she kind of says what she sees, and there was nobody there, and so she kind of thought, well, this isn't very much of a turnout. And her ultimate aim was to go and see Zach and find Zach, so she didn't really care about this dead gangster. So yeah.
And Michaela has quite a bit to say about it, doesn't she?
I know. I to be honest, I don't think Cheryl thought about Michaela in the whole plan and assumed that Zach would be waiting for her with open arms, and then when Michaela was there, it was a bit like, oh, maybe we need to rethink this a little bit. So I think that she's gonna sidestep around that very carefully, but we'll probably have quite a few more run-ins. I think all of the McQueens Cheryl will basically kind of have many run-ins with. So
yeah, and you mentioned just before that she's gonna wreak havoc across the village.
Oh my goodness, she's like the Tasmanian devil, just a whirlwind hurricane, just absolutely carnage in her, leaves it in her wake, and then kind of totters off as if that's completely normal, and goes and buys a loaf of bread and driving by. It's just like, well, that's normal, you know.
Do you think she's still got a soft spot for Malachi?
Oh, I think so. I think she'll always have a soft spot for Malachi. He was her first love, and I think it's a really interesting relationship because when they're on their own, he's very honest with her and he kind of opens up, but then when he's in public and she's in public, he's a bit embarrassed by her. So I think that she knows him deep down what he's really like and forgives him for the embarrassment stuff. And I think he's the one person that kind of knows what she's looking for and knows, because everything that she is to everyone else is layers. It's just put on. It's her brave face, her show face, and she's actually quite vulnerable underneath, and he knows that. So I think they'll always have this really like little connection, and she'll always try and sort of steal him off Mercedes and then move on to someone for plan B and then go back to Malachi.
What's the kind of next big milestone for Cheryl then?
I think it's the biggest milestone for her is trying to get her feet firmly under the table within the village, because I think she thought Chris would look after her and take her under his wing, and he's raging that she's there. He's just like, what are you doing here, ruining my life? So I think she's a bit disappointed about that and was relying on him. So her next kind of mission is to find a permanent place to stay and a permanent job, because she just keeps getting sacked from everywhere in the village.
Where does she end up?
I don't know if I can say where she ends up. To be honest, she doesn't actually end up anywhere full time. She works everywhere in the village and just keeps getting fired. So I think they're just going to rotate me around.
So they're working you around jobs and men?
And men, yeah, jobs and men. Currently I'm going through more men than jobs at the moment. It's like an 8-to-4 ratio at the moment, but that suits me fine. I'm a method actress.
And who did you say you had your eye on at the moment?
I think she's got her eye firmly set on Calvin. She meets him sort of on her second day in the village, and she's got her sights very firmly set on him, which I'm sure the fans will absolutely hate and go, what? And he's not interested at all, but you know, we'll see over time if she's very persistent. She'll never give up. You know?
Little terrier.
Yeah, God loves a trier. God loves a trier.
I'm guessing Carmel's got something to say about that.
Yes, Carmel and Cheryl have not actually met yet. Well, we filmed some stuff where they have met for the very first time, but I have a feeling it could get a bit explosive towards the end, because she's very manipulative. You know, she'll pretend to be your best friend, but then, you know, maybe Carmel will find out what her real intentions are. But then, you know, you don't know. I think everyone's kind of wife swapping at the moment, so you don't know.
We could do a Hollyoaks wife swap.
Wife swap? Oh my goodness.
Spin-off.
Amazing, yeah.
Final question. Are you involved in the huge September?
I couldn't possibly say.
That was a yes.
I couldn't possibly say. We don't know. We'll have to find out. You'll have to keep watching.